Moving on to Nintendo's online service. Saying it sucks is blatantly obvious at this point. I want to focus on the Virtual Console a bit, because as much as it's a good idea, I wonder how long they can really keep this up. Because it seems like most weeks there are games that people liked, but aren't the real big names, but the big names only come out every once in a while. I'm intrigued about WiiWare just because of games like Mega Man 9. We could make classic games again if people really wanted to, which would be great if it could be done right, such as Mega Man 9. I'm worried that if it does well, we might start seeing this all over the place, like, oh my god, Bubsy 2 or something. Well, not Bubsy 2, but you know what I mean. Just something along those lines that no one really wants. Which unfortunately is the problem with the Virtual Console. It requires no work. Well, it requires some work just to get it on the internet, but I mean, developers can just take whatever they want, post it on the internet, and try and make a quick $5 to $10 out of it. Which was my major complaint with the Game Boy Advance, that it was just rehashing the same things. Again, it's good that we're playing the old games again, but it makes me wonder if they're ever going to try anything with it, such as the WiiWare. I hope it does, because the last thing we need is more online shovelware stuff, like puzzle games or something. But I'm worried that if it starts to become a trend, we might get sick of it. I don't know, it's just a minor worry of mine. I'm sure it's not going to happen. My biggest worry of the Wii is that it's going to go the Genesis route, towards the mid to end of its life cycle. Remember in the Genesis when they did the 32X and every other mindless add-on you could to it? I get the worry that this is going to happen with the Wii. I mean, just look at the Zapper. It was supposed to be, oh my god, it's like a gun. You can actually, you know, shoot at people like an actual arcade machine, and it turned out that no one really supports and you don't really even need it. So I wonder if it's going to end up going that route. So, I mean, yeah, there's some games for the Wii Fit board, but again, it's something I've seen in the arcades before, and it doesn't work terribly good. So I just get the feeling that it might go that road. I hope not, because the Wii has a ton of potential if developers would get off their lazy asses and try and do full original games that could actually work. Which is why I'm looking forward to Day of Disaster, which surprisingly is going to be released in a few weeks in Japan, which I found rather odd. I'm looking forward to it as well as Wario Land Shake It, just because it's Wario Land. In all honesty, I don't see many games coming up for it that actually do things in an original kind of way. I think the only one that comes to mind is De Blob, which I recommend everyone give a look, because we need to support original IPs, or else everyone will go the way of Clover Studios, who did Beautiful Joe and Okami and stuff. They'll just, you know, disappear, because everyone's too busy buying Madden or what have you. That's just a big name. Not to say it's all bad. I mean, I'm sure Nintendo has something up their sleeve, you know, some new IP or some funky new way to play, you know, like F-Zero or something. Because, I mean, they always have some big idea to get us all interested again. And they're smart enough to know as much success as they're getting with the casual crowd and, you know, all the parents and stuff, it's only going to last for so long. It only can, because there's only a matter of time before something new and shiny comes out for them to all hover to. So, I'm sure they have something up their sleeve. They tend to. I just wonder if it's an original IP or something on their own, because we know the Zelda is going to come out at some point. I mean, it's fairly safe to assume right now, because Miyamoto practically admitted it. But it seems to me that they're going to try different IPs, because I think they themselves are getting tired of doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, Aonuma, who does all the Zelda games, is nearly, well, I guess, I don't want to say quit, but he said he's gotten he says he's gotten tired of it after Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, and both times they've been able to lure him back to do something else. So I think they themselves are realizing this isn't going to last. They're just milking it while the timing's right, which is a good idea. It just really depends on when they realize to do something else. For all we know, it could be next year, or it could be when the next system comes out. Anytime in between there. Obviously we don't know. But I think it'd be kind of interesting to know what they have behind the scenes, because they're not stupid. I mean, let's face it, they're number one in the console wars, quote unquote. I mean, they're doing something right. So it just makes me wonder, honestly, what they have up their sleeve. The biggest thing I'm going to say to finish the Nintendo part of this little spiel off is that Nintendo, quit ignoring online. I know plenty of people have said this, but at this point it's practically necessary. I know we're getting the Wii Speak, but in all honesty, I think everyone knows it's not going to be what people want. It's just another one of the sad soccer mom attempts to protect the children from all the stuff, even though they could easily just go under parental control and turn the damn thing off. Because, I mean, just look at Brawl. I mean, Brawl and Mario Kart were Nintendo's real big chances to get online right. And I think they failed both times. I mean, sure, Mario Kart was fun and it didn't lag, but they just need to quit ignoring it. It seems like they were afterthoughts. Well, then again, Mario Kart Wii was completely rushed in the first place, but oh well. I mean, I know the Japanese don't really care for online, and that's fine if you don't want to be, Xbox Live fantastic about it. I mean, even Sony has a competent online. I mean, simple usernames and then sending friend requests would be fine. I mean, you still have to know the names and everything, so it's not like you just type in random stuff. I mean, that's just my final thought on Nintendo. They just need to figure out how to do online, because the longer they put it off, the harder it's going to be for them to catch up. I mean, Sony was smart. I mean, even though they didn't have the best online, they at least continued to try it on the PlayStation 2. Which is sad that a console almost 10 years old already continues to have a better online service than the current system. But I know I'm probably just bitching about it at this point. I mean, I have a PS3, so I just usually play that if I need something for online. So, that's it for Nintendo. Sony's coming up next.